Hello, lads and lasses. Hey, if you like today's lesson, then please become a dentist and remove all your patients' teeth. And say you will only put them back in if they sign up for our classes, as this would really help spread the good word. All right, today we're going to begin this project right here. So I taught you guys about Greek vase painting, and now we are going to make a Greek vase painting. But on paper though. This is a two-dimensional class. So what you're looking at is one of my former students' artworks of the Greek vase, and then here is another student did this one. Let's move the camera so we can see it. And here's one done by another student. All right, so this is what what we're going to be doing on in the next few days. Today we are going to practice this before we start on the artwork. So what I want you to do is to get a sheet of paper, or you can use your sketchbook. So if you want to use your sketchbook, go to tonight's homework, whatever tonight is. I don't know the date that you'll be watching this. Or you can go to your next empty page, and at the top of your sheet of paper I want you to write Greek art, and we're going to do vase painting, and then I want you to divide your paper into four. Do a line down the middle and a line across the middle. And I sent you guys a picture of Greek vases. And I want you to choose one of these vases to be your final product. So this student chose this vase, and this student chose this vase. I want you to choose a vase that you think you will like. Sometimes my students try to choose the easiest one. I don't want you to do that. I want you to choose one that you like. All right, because this one is kind of boring. This one is more interesting. All right, and I had a lot of students do this one. I've had a lot of students do, these, and I've had a lot of students do that one. So choose one that is interesting to you. And what I want you to do is I want you to draw it in every single section. And I have an example right here. So I want you to draw the same vase 4 times. Now I'm going to do a couple for you just to show you how to draw these vases. So let's do a autofocus lock. That's terrible. All right. How about this? How about we have something there down for it to focus on? There we go. All right. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this one right here. And let's have it available for us to look at while we draw. And I'm going to move the camera down a little bit. And let's autofocus. All right. So this has kind of this rectangle. It's a little bit of a rectangle at the top. So it goes like this, and then it has an angle in and an angle in, and then it goes across like that. Now, if you are right-handed, I would highly recommend that you draw the left side first. So I'm going to draw that swoop. So it's down the neck and the shoulder and then the body of the vase. So I draw down and out and back in, and that gives me the body of the vase. And the reason why I drew it on the left side is so that when I draw it on the right side, my hand isn't covering it up. And I can see, so I can try to best estimate. All right. Now, is that perfect? No. All right. It's okay if it's not perfect, but it just has to be relatively close. So, and that is why I want you to try this 4 times, because your first time isn't going to look as good as your last time. That's why we practice this before we start, because if we draw on here and it's not right, there is no erasing because we'll be using colored pencils. Okay, down at the bottom there is a foot, so we're going to draw a line across and then a line diagonal and then a line down like this. All right, that's the bottom of the vase. And then it has these two handles right here. There's a handle right here. There's a handle here. And then the inside of the handle. And then the inside of the handle. And then right across here, there is like a stripe. And then that's it. All right. So try that 4 different times. Now I'm going to show you guys how to draw this one down here. So let me move this one right here. Oh, it's 3:45. So on this one, it is, so I'm going to, the lip of it, I'm going to make a little bit lower because the handles are taller than the lip. And so I'm going to draw it looks like a same kind of rectangle as before, maybe a little bit wider. And it goes in like this. And then it has another one that is a little bit wider. And then it has another one like this. And then we have the body of this, goes about like this. And I'm going to try to replicate that on this side, go in the other direction and mirror image. Is that perfect? Nope, but it's good enough. All right, now, and this ends with a rectangle, and then a wider rectangle, and then a narrow rectangle, and then a very wide rectangle. That's the foot. All right. Then I'm going to start right here. There is a kind of like the bottom of a circle right here. Well, let's do it on this side too, because I'm going to do it on the left side first. All right. And then I'm going to follow the curve around. So this follows the curve around like that. And then coming out from here, it makes a shape like this. And this curves around like that. And then this goes in like this, and that goes in like that. Actually, no, that comes out like that. See, I made a mistake. All right, so I'm going to follow this curve around. And that's it. All right, so that's how you draw this vase. All right, so if I'm going to practice drawing, get my picture over here. I'm going to do this one 4 times.
Sorry to interrupt. Can often
All right, that's the first thing that I want you to do for today. Draw 4 of the same vase. And then the second thing I want you to do is we're going to practice drawing the geometric pattern that you see in vases. So let me lift this up again and we'll do a focus like that. And I want to show you that Greek vases have geometric patterns on it. So that's a geometric pattern, and that's a geometric pattern. I'll talk about that one later on. All right, here's, I'm going to show another student. All right, that's a geometric pattern, and then right there, that's a geometric pattern. And this student had this one and that one right there. All right, so let's zoom in on these. And today I'm going to show you how to draw. I'm going to choose one that's not too complicated, like this one right there, right up there. I do not recommend doing this one. All right, I should have probably taken it out, but um, I recommend that you do one that's like in the middle of the road, not too complicated, not too easy. All right, because easy is boring. All right, complicated is like complicated. So choose one that's in the middle. And so I'm going to choose this one right here, and I'm going to draw that for you, show you how I want you to do this. All right, let me get a piece of paper. Now, I want you to repeat the motif. So the motif is um, it's the thing that is repeated. It's the element that is repeated. So, for example, notice how I'm going to show you guys how to do this one. I think this one is the middle of the road, not too easy and not too difficult. All right, so in order to draw this, I'm going to have to think of this as not lines, but shapes. So I'm going to start with this outer edge right here. It's like the end of a rectangle. And so I'm going to draw lightly at first. I don't know how well you're going to see this on the computer or on the video, but all right. And I am not drawing with a ruler. All right, let's see if we can get this a little bit straighter and move this over and like that. All right, I'm not using a ruler, and I don't want you to use a ruler. Rulers kind of take the life out of drawings. All right, and that is a thick line, almost like a shape. So I'm going to make a thick line of that. All right, and then on the inside is a white line. So I'm going to, this is going to be the white line. A thick black line followed by a thick white line. All right, once again, it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so then that's what I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. So then I start drawing this shape. So on the inside, it makes a shape like this and like that. And then it goes across like this. And then goes like this. And then that makes that shape right there. And then this is going to go up and meet there. So then I'll need to erase that. And then I will need to go do this. This goes across. This goes across. Maybe have that a little bit higher. Maybe have this one a little bit higher. All right, then there's a connection, almost a connection right here. So that means I'm going to erase that part. And then this goes across like that. That has a vertical line like that. And that is supposed to go all the way down and erase that. And then we start all over again. So that was, this area right here is one repetition. So I'm going to do it 2 more times. So that goes like this. So I'm starting my second time. And then this goes like this. It goes like that. And this comes down like this. That makes that line. Now we go across like that. This comes up like this, so I erase that. And then now I'm starting the third time. And then I want this to go down. Up. And now that goes across like that. All right. So now I'm going to start coloring this in. So, and here's a little tip. If you are right-handed, it is best to color from upper left to lower right. So let's see if we can even move in closer. Okay, everybody, this is how it should look like when you finish. I'm going to zoom back out. All right, and one of the things I usually get when students do this assignment, or when I have them practice this, see like they're going to do this one right here, and they will just give me all right, that I will not give you credit for. All right. I want you to slow down, take your time, make it awesome like this one. Do not turn in anything that looks like this. All right. I want you to think of this not as lines, but as shapes. All right. I think that'll take us to the end of the period, and I will see you guys next time. All right. That's it for today. And until next time, be a little art factory.